Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back, Pinnecoose Hay Farm. Today, it's kind of late already. Can you believe it? I just got home from work not too long ago. And I need to prepare my trailer for delivery. Try and do this while I close the gate. So, stay. Okay. So, I kind of wanted to show you guys my trailers because there's a little bit of a story there to be told. When I first got here to the farm, like I said, I didn't have much of anything. I had a shovel, some tarps, and I just kind of watered the ground to see what would start with. Eventually we got a small tractor and I was able to kind of do some stuff with that. Over time, over the last 3 years, I was able to get a little bit more items and stuff. Here, I'm going to put you guys down for a second because I need to. I just got done loading a truck and some hay, so always good to have steady flow of customers coming through. And I definitely show appreciation to each and every one of them that do. So that's always a good way to kind of start the evening. Now, talk about trailers. So as we're walking down the driveway here and going back to the farm or to the house, the farm's kind of separated on this side of the ditch bank. And this is the farm, the barns, the equipment. That side of the ditch line over there is going to be the more of the house stuff, but I do still have the equipment stuff closer to the house, just to keep an eye on things. So we come up here. This is that horse pen that I talked about in a previous episode, I believe. And it's just, there's no one in there right now. There's no horses. So something I do want to get back into, getting some horses in there. And this right here is kind of the ditch bank that normally is pretty full. I got about a 36-inch culvert right directly underneath us. But this whole area right here is pretty good. It fills up with drainage water that comes off of other people's property, and then it kind of cuts through here. And then if I have any wastewater coming off my little ditch lines, then it goes in here as well too. Let's see, I don't see if you can see down that way. But down that way is where it would continue on to. But yeah, moving into over here is kind of what I want to talk about. And over here, you can see this old, this used to just be a frame. And you can see this is the cat. It's one of my outdoor cats. Good mouser. Come here. Come here. Come on. No, she's not coming. Okay. So back to the trailer. So this trailer, if you look at a lot of hay farm videos, a lot of them have the same chassis, and they're made by different companies. This was actually discovered over by the gate where we just came from. One of those fields there was kind of parked in there, and I think previously it had been used like a pipe trailer. So it was used to carry gated pipes, 30-foot gated pipe sections out to the field. I think previously by my brother and my mother. So that's what they had used it for. I had to replace, I think, one tire and rebuild this whole decking right here, so you guys can kind of see right here all this decking here, the 2x6s that go all the way down, all that kind of had to be put in. And then on the edge we wrapped it in just some C-channel that comes around. I bolted it in. This kind of keeps the ends, the 2x6s on this side kind of from flopping around, keeps them in line. Some of you will probably be wondering, what is that on there? What are these sticks and stuff here? Well, these are teepee poles. So those of you that may not know, I am Native American. I belong to a Native American tribe. Our tribe does have teepees. So this is a teepee that I bought. And I've been working on trying to get it weather sealed and stuff, but it's one of my go-to projects. Also on this trailer, you can see this, oh my gosh, this brush cutter wheel, rotary cutter wheel, is completely destroyed off of the axle right here. And I did that just backing up from a prairie dog hole. Yeah, and they're not cheap. That's what I discovered. They are not cheap at all. So in order to replace that on the brush cutter, it's about $300 for the tire, the forks for it, and then the axle and all the stuff that goes with it. But some lessons that are learned, they're learned financially as well too. And let me show you over here, because I do have the brush cutter right here, so you can kind of see how this wheel right here, that's what backing up, it just kind of got wedged into a prairie dog hole and broke off. So not good. But this trailer, I mean, to put it back together with the lumber, I mean, farmers really don't count our time, because we do this regardless of whether we don't do it for pay, so it's not an hourly thing. So just looking at the lumber and maybe the supplies, the bulk stuff to put in there, probably cost about $350, and all that is just lumber. So lumber prices have been crazy over the summer. Not thrilled about it, but this ends up being about a 16-foot long trailer, and I was going to use it for hay this year. That was kind of the point, was restoring it to get on hay. But those of you that do hay, this is kind of a high platform to throw onto, and it works when we need it to do that. But in the process, one of the things I had done thought about was getting a trailer that's more apt for delivering hay. And so when it came time for that, that was one of those things where, if I'm going to have things on the farm, I want to spend my money one time, get a good product, and then use it and take care of it for as long as I can. So right here, and there's the cat. Hi, babies. So this is my 16-foot trailer that I just picked up this last year, and I use this for delivering hay to customers, and I also use it for pulling hay out of the field. So ideally, it should fit 5 bales across, and I turn them on their side, and it should fit 5 bales down. So 5 that way, and then 5 down this way. And if I did that, because bales are supposed to be about 36 inches long, I should still have a foot of space left at the end. In practice, and when I had a 12-footer, this exact same trailer before, and I had learned that even with the 12-footer, I should have been able to put 4 bales long, and again, 4 times 3, 12 feet should have fit perfectly, but I could never get that last row in. And I think it's because, as I'm looking at these bales, I think they're measured from the inside of the twine as opposed to the ends, which actually bulge out. So when you go to put the bales in, like in this case, I should be able to fit 5 long. Instead, I'm only fitting 4, and then the last few I have to turn sideways. So I mean, if that was the case, I would have 25 bales on the bottom row. Then as you go to the second layer, you turn them over flat, and usually I'll go perpendicular all the way down, and then as your rows build up. But the reason I got this trailer was because I wanted to get closer to loading about 100 bales on a delivery. On the 12-footer, so again, this is a 16-footer. When I had the 12-footer, I was loading about 60 bales to a customer, and for some customers, that's fine. Some people don't want a lot of hay, but I do have a couple customers that are really into having a couple hundred bales delivered. So, I want to try to minimize the amount of time I'm spending out on the road, and if it saves me money, I definitely want to save the customers money. So the more bales I can deliver, the better off. So this has been a really good trailer. I've used it a few times this year. Brought some hay in off the field from it. It's a Big Tex, I believe it's a 60 PI, and like I said, 16 feet long. I think it's 7.5 feet wide. Awesome trailer, double axle, holds a lot, does well. The only thing I would say might be a little concerning is that the wheels, the way they're set back with the 16-foot, as you load the front, it starts acquiring a lot of tongue weight on it. So you have to make sure you have a good stable truck if you're using something like this. I mean, the 12-footer was perfectly balanced, so I feel like I could have pulled that with something small and been perfectly fine with it. But that was that. The last trailer I want to show you is my little utility, and this is to pull around. In the future, I'm going to have some water pumps, I think, that I can utilize for spot irrigation where the pivots don't hit in the field. And this is my little guy here. I believe this is an 8-foot by 5.5. I want to say maybe a 6 by 8. And this is a little guy, so it's not really meant to carry hay. It can, but I wouldn't do a lot with it. Against a single axle, you can kind of see it's a small kind of a wimpy axle. So this one I got really cheap from one of the big box stores, and it has a purpose as well too. So anytime in the field, if I'm doing just kind of some special projects out there, I just need to go get a few bales, and I don't want to hitch up the big trailer. And I definitely don't want to hitch up this older trailer. I don't use this unless I absolutely have to, because you can see right here, I use this to kind of connect to a drawbar on the tractors. But those are my trailers, and the 3 that I've got so far. Depending how things go in the next couple of years, you know, I definitely want to have good equipment and stuff like that. But that 16 footer is definitely, that's my good piece. That was my big purchase of this year. So I'm very happy with that. And this other trailer, you know, if I need to, as we're bringing in hay, me and my nephews, it's an option we can use. And then again, the smaller trailer for smaller tasks. But yeah, I just wanted to walk you guys through that. In the spring, summer, and fall, you know, a lot of it is about, harvesting hay, growing hay, irrigating, all that stuff, and that's something I definitely want to plan to utilize. But during these winter months, you know, this is a good time for me to learn how to do the editing. And that's the other thing, I think that's the other part of the journey that I think we're all on, is watching how I've come from knowing absolutely nothing about making YouTube videos, and how's that coming, right? So I don't know if you guys have noticed, the banners changed, the thumbnails have started to become a little better. I'm starting to learn how to do that inside of Canva. So the one thing I would recommend in Canva is, even though you can get the free version, and again, I'm not sponsored for any of this stuff, I'm too small right now, but it's worth getting the paid Canva, which I want to say it might be Canva Pro or something like that. If you get that, it allows you to utilize your photos in a better way, so you can create better banners, create better thumbnails. It's just a lot easier to do right off the bat, and I encourage people kind of to do that. For those of you that don't know, I do use Canva for my thumbnails, my banners. I use DaVinci Resolve 18, which is just the newest version. If you go to DaVinci Resolve, you'll see it right there. But I got that on the free version for now, which allows you to do plenty of edits and stuff. You can do a lot of editing on your video with just that, and then if you buy the premium upgrades, then you can do more. But being that this is only my 5th video, I think I've learned a lot in terms of editing, thumbnails, banners, YouTube. And like I said, I didn't know anything about this, but you know, I'm just sharing my lack of knowledge, I guess, as I learn stuff. It's pretty interesting. I do like it. And like I said, I don't know if this is something I'm going to be doing for long. I just want to try it, say I did it. You know, I think everyone should try stuff, and if you're unsure about it, give it a shot. You never know. And that's kind of what I'm doing, you know. But I hope it works out, and I hope things go well. I do like it up to this point, but we'll see what happens, you know. Again, with short days and stuff, I'll probably be focusing on kind of some origins of the ranch. I have a lot of stuff on the befores and afters of how things used to look, and maybe we'll explore some of that. I'm going to have to learn a lot more about editing and stuff in order to figure out how to use still video and incorporating the videos and audio tracks and all that stuff. But you know, I'm not being impatient about it. I want to learn stuff and make sure it sticks in my head, so that way as I utilize it, I can do it faster and better. And the video should get better over time too. So hang with me, and you guys are going to see some great improvements. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully this video is a little shorter than some of the others. We covered some good stuff today, but those trailers are kind of my bloodline to getting hay in and out of the field. And thanks for coming. I'll see you guys on the next video, all right? Take care.